Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum. After mentioning the fact that fasting has been made obligatory on believers and the purpose is to create taqwa in them, after mentioning it in verse 183 of Surah Al-Baqarah, the Quran mentions in verse 184, Ayyama Madudat. These are only a few days. That is, if you devote only 29, 30 days, 1 month out of 12 months, for the purpose of inculcating taqwa within you, it's not a difficult thing to do. It's not a bad bargain deal. So go ahead and do it. The Almighty is encouraging us. However, He says that if there is somebody amongst you who is not well, who is taken ill, or is on a journey, is traveling, or there is some other reason that prevents him or her to fast, then he can fast in other days other than Ramadan, and complete the number. However, temporarily, while people were being prepared to become strong Muslims, strong believers, and they were not fully accustomed to the habit of fasting, they were given a relief for a short while, wherein if some of those who were rich could afford to feed one poor person for each fast missed because of journey, because of illness, or some other reason, then instead of fasting in other days, this number could be compensated for by feeding a poor person for each of the fast missed. But as I said, it was a temporary relief which was given so that people can get used to fasting and become stronger during the process of fasting, and then be able to fast even in days other than Ramadan. The Quran has taken care of this weakness amongst humans, that when they were introduced to the Sharia, the law of the Almighty gave importance to the fact that people have weaknesses. They have habits which are not easy to go. So they should be asked to gradually move towards following the complete Sharia. This is something that you find in the case of fasting. This is something that you find in the case of prohibition of alcohol. This is something that is demonstrated in the implementation of the law of inheritance, and there are other examples too. So the idea is that when we invite people towards the path of Islam, and we know that there are some people who have difficulty to begin with to follow all aspects of God's expectations, then we should provide them relief for the time being and should make the path for them easier to travel, to follow in the beginning. That's the wisdom of presenting Islam. And once people get used to it, they can follow without hesitation. Then it becomes a part of their routine, a part of the culture that they belong to. The Almighty goes on to say that if there are people who want to feed more than one person per fast missed, it would be even better for them. But He also mentions that antasumu, the fact that you fast in the other days too, that is certainly better if only you knew. As I said, now this concession is not available anymore, except for in the case of those people who are terminally ill, they can't fast, or so weak because of old age or some other reason, some other ailment, that they have been given this medical advice that they can't fast. For them, the possibility is still available that for each fast they would miss, they should feed one poor person and compensate for it.